Alright everyone, as you can see, this is my 2005 Subaru WRX STi, as I'm sure all of you are aware. For those of you who don't know me, I normally go by the Instagram handle Wirtz. My name is Matt. This is my first intro to a YouTube channel, and I will back the car out and give you guys an overview. So I'll try to run a video here. Hopefully I won't need a microphone, being that it might be a little windy outside. Like I said, this is a 2005 WRX STi. I picked up the car about 6 years ago, a little over 6 years ago, July 2011, with 87,000 miles on it. At the time, it was basically stock, minus the brake lines and the downpipe down there. Hawk brake pads, pretty, not too special. Want to just keep it simple, like most people say they'll do their project cars with. I guess we'll start with the overview. So the car has 187,000 miles on it now, 60,000 miles on the block. That was built by RS Motors, and it's simply just ACL race bearings with CP pistons. A lot of piston slap. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but it's held true for 60,000 miles. We'll start with the motor and keep going through there. About 3 years ago, I went and took the step to do the Aeromotive from P&L. Top feed conversion kit, which comes with the regulator, lines, rails, 1000cc injector dynamics injectors, and then I went from there and I went with an E85 tune. I already had the Grimspeed boost control solenoid. I upgraded to a VF48 turbo from factory, and I went from top mount to the Turbo XS. From out. A little bit of cosmetics. As you can see, there's a lot of wire tucking and rerouting in here. Shaved intake manifold. A lot of these brackets and pieces are removed. Missed this one. Yeah, I know I'm missing a bolt bearers projects. AC delete, everything's been deleted. I actually broke the tensioner pulley before I was in the dyno, and all that's left is the condenser, which I want to remove. Clever little matching purple Red Bull coolant overflow for the walls. Everything has been done in candy purple with a chrome base. As you can see, there is nothing here. That is because the fuse box is now sitting in here. I'll go through that in a different video. The fuse box used to sit underneath here, but was an issue with the harness coming down, which I didn't have enough length compared to other people, and water was able to get in there, causing fun electrical issues, including headlights shorting out and me electrocuting myself over them. As for the car, continuing with the motor, it's on a tuned Junior Barrios, aka Junior Tuned, 364 horsepower, 416 foot-pounds at 23 psi was the E85 pull. That was about, I want to say 20,000 miles ago or so, so I don't know how well that will be holding up. 93 was just 305 horse, 320 torque, but that torque curve was very, very nice. moving onwards, the car, as most of you know if you don't know me, has been static for well over 100,000 miles and has driven at about this height to, I'm going to say, 1 inch to 2 inches higher than this at its highest since 2011, probably like say 12, and has traveled from Minnesota as down as far as North and South Carolina. This last year I drove it from Wisconsin down to Kansas City, which did some work on the car, and it has traveled a lot of this static. It's gone through the tail of the dragon on a stance setup. Most people don't think stance is safe. This setup, I can enjoy spirited pulls. I obviously don't corner in this setup. I will go to a bigger tire in my future. But that being said, as long as you are within the bounds of not doing things too sketchy and you don't exceed manufacturer tire pressure ratings, this car can drive all 4 seasons. I've driven it once a month last winter, just not on snowy days, and it'll do just fine, even 90-degree days. This car has been very reliable. The motor failure in the past in the rebuild was valve related. It was an electrical issue of my own. For all you Subaru guys out there, don't fall into this mistake when you first load your Subaru. You have a harness here, don't chew it up, because that will cause electrical issues. And what happened is I had a TGV lockup on a drive from Wisconsin to Minnesota. So don't do that, people. Moving on to the stance, as I set up in static, this is the 3rd set of coilovers I've been on. I am on stance Super Sports with upgraded Swift springs in front at 14K and 12K rear. As probably some of you know, I don't believe in the super high spring rate things. Springs still travel, forces go other places. I think when you're the kind of person that plays around with 50K springs and actually drives your car, you're in for a world of hurt, and I invite you to challenge me otherwise. My apologies for some wind, as you know it is cold here in Wisconsin. The Arrow, I'll go onto the wheels, but the Arrow is WRX side skirts with the HT Autos, the original 2-piece side skirt extensions they came with, as well as the rear Arrow pieces, and those are just plasti dipped to match. I haven't had to touch them. I can still polish them. It's pretty amazing what plasti dip will do for those. Front lift, the typical V Limited eBay replica. People say, aren't you scared of scraping this? I just tell them that I maybe go through one a year because they're zip tied, and I strategically place them in places that the only place I ever break it is it starts cracking here until I catch something and I rip the rest of it up. But for $40 a year, you can't beat it. But it keeps the paint of the bumper safe. Bumper has seen better days. Believe it or not, this car about 5 years ago smoked a deer. This headlight is new. This headlight, a little hazy. Original. Biggest regret is I should have whacked it with my tire iron in the car, but I was too worried about the leaking radiator. The deer came in, its butt hit the headlight, head hit the scoop, and basically tarnished the front end, about almost $7,000 of damage. I carried on, and the car is how it is today. For the wheels, most of you may recognize these. These are what I like to call unicorn rare. These are Desmond Regamaster Marquis Promata. Is the full name. They have custom lip stickers. Not really an original thing on those wheels. Something I want to do to keep the personal touch with the purple to match the theme of the car. There's the original caps. These originally came from Moscow. They were owned by a fairly famous R34 Skyline that was a 4-door, had clinched fenders, and used to drift. And that was when I was rocking some Wirtz Kronzis. I'll probably put the picture in this video. These are the widest size known in the 18-inch variety. These are the Unicorn Rare 18 by 10.5 plus 18 offset. Got my old 225 35 Federals. I personally like a 245. I like how low I've been able to run. Nice fender flares. As you see, I make a little bit of marks here, but that's just because my tire does not hit like I instruct so many people to do. Normally, if you're smart with Subarus, you don't need high spring rates. You can just catch it right here, and it will keep you from traveling any further. I could easily sit this car right here and I won't hit this fender. No big deal. I've hit this and banged it. Still looks good. Everything here is roll, pulled, and shaved. Pretty in a pretty ghetto fashion, I must say, in my past, but it's been sealed and looks a lot better. But yeah, the wheels were originally polish finish, and I refinished them in white, sourced the cap, and put them on the car. I used to have a set of SSR SP3s in 10+16 with these old tires, and those were gorgeous wheels, but I sold those to get my wife her engagement ring and picked these up shortly afterwards. As you can see, there's no exhaust. Funny story, I'll probably link to a fun little excerpt on that, but I lost it coming back from Import Alliance. Apparently running 2 hangers as opposed to 3 will shake itself loose at the welds, and I lost it. So good job, Matt. But the plan is I'm leaving it alone because I'm going to fab up, which will be a future video, to do a side exit pipe that'll come out here, and I'm going to do a 3D printed trim that will rivet on. Reason for that is, one, I like the look. I want to be able to kick flames out my side of the car, lower mass hanging off the back, and at this stage my bumper from running into a ditch in my past has been melted away from a shifted exhaust. And hang on, my battery mode, my apologies, battery low, but in shifted exhaust here, and it melted. So if I don't like the idea, I'll just get a new bumper. Car has not much done on the inside, just a blocks shift knob, air fuel ratio, oil pressure, and boost gauges. Not much there. I like to keep it stock and simple, and that's about all she wrote for the inside. One last trick I have up my sleeve with this is I do have some lighting that I'll flip on. You can see some glowing. It's very, very minor. You can kind of see it glows everything purple in the dark. I want to do a cutout hood and do some fun work with that in my future. But for now, thanks for sitting through this car. If any of you have any questions, comments on it, want to see more, I'm going to start working on projects and going through, starting with the project list for this car of what I want to get done, and turning this garage, which is a lot smaller than my last, into a considerable working environment. So, hope you all enjoyed, and hit subscribe and check out my other videos. If this is the first one you've seen, please hit subscribe. There will be more. And cheers, everyone.